very obvious why she is our career crush. Career crush. That is a tongue twister.
Hi, you guys. My name is Candace Stewart. I am currently the social media manager at Barney's New York, and I also blog for mariemag.com.
Today is very exciting because this is the very first Our Cusp Career Crush, and it's even more exciting that it's with Candace because I've known Candace for years. We actually met when we were interning at Vogue.
So long ago.
I was in the fashion closet. You were an accessories intern, right? So we didn't even work together.
Yeah.
But I feel like we became friends because, I mean, you were another Black girl at Vogue. I'm glad that brought us together.
Yes.
And it's good to stay in touch and connected and to kind of see where we go from.
And those careers, to see them blossom now and see like where you are at, see where I'm at now.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's nice. So, Candace, when did you know that you wanted to get into the fashion industry?
I knew, like, I'm originally from Arkansas, and I knew like almost instantly, like I knew I stood out from everyone else, the type of clothes that I wanted to wear, like it was just different.
Yeah.
And literally like middle school, high school, like I knew I wanted to be in the fashion industry. I didn't know exactly what that looked like. I just knew it was something fashion related.
You were breaking into the fashion industry when you were interning, when you were in college. Did you have a mentor, and how important was that to you?
For me, I never kind of identified just one person as being that mentor, saying like, you know, this is the person I called and talked to. But there were people sporadically through my life that I kind of felt like were placed there that, you know, were very helpful, extremely helpful. Whether it was someone that I was at a company with, you know, first starting interning at Essence, I had really great mentors, you know, there that was, you know, spread out that wanted to see me do really well. Like people that wrote me recommendation letters that I built those relationships with. So although I couldn't pinpoint just one person, a lot of people helped contribute to like getting, you know, me to where I am right now. So it's nice though to kind of pinpoint out a person now and kind of, you know, decipher it as that. But for me, it was just like multiple people that kind of just helped me along like my path, things like that.
Which I think is so important because I think putting the title mentor on people puts a lot of pressure on them.
Exactly. And you kind of just don't limit yourself to one person as well. But I mean, I think it's very healthy to have, you know, if you have that person you go to that's a mentor, things like that. But for the people that you might not feel like you have that one person that you can call on, or that might not know everything about the fashion industry or something that you want to go into, it's nice to kind of like open that landscape up and talk to different people and reach out to different people.
Definitely.
That's always healthy.
So what was the biggest obstacle that you faced as a person of color breaking into this industry?
For me, I felt like I didn't have the connections that everyone else had. So I might have had the skill set and you know the resume and everything like that. I just never, a lot of times, was allotted the opportunity because it was given. I didn't know someone to get the ends. Like, you know, I saw a role open, but it went to a friend of a friend just because someone's there. And it kind of like, you know, upset me for the longest because I was like, I know I deserve this role. I've worked harder. I've like been here longer, but it's one of those things where it would go to someone else because like they were friends or they like, it's literally, you know, just like this range of connections that a lot of times people of color don't have. If you have a continuation and cycle of people hiring their friends or hiring someone that recommended like because of a friend, it kind of leaves you on the outside even though you have the skills and qualifications, and it seems like it takes a little bit longer for you to kind of progress versus, you know, your peers who you're seeing, you know, you start at the exact same time but they're progressing quicker.
I think that's probably the biggest thing that really needs to change is everyone needs this equal shot for interviews. It shouldn't always be handed to someone who is maybe more connected.
I even feel like a lot of times like I would reach out about a job I just saw posted and like it would be like a day and they're like, oh, we've already like have someone, and you're like,
but how
because
they have to post it
exactly. So you know, you see that progression like in your career, and at least in my career it gets easier. I do say that that's the positive.
Once you have a job,
it's a little bit more positive because I've made those connections, I've done certain things like that. There's still some of that play where you have to, you know, stay on your P's and Q's, like email a friend of a friend, do you know anyone, just because
or you used to work here.
Exactly. So it's still going to be challenges throughout.
How did you make this transition into social media, which is such a desired role in fashion? I feel like now, I feel like there's so many jobs open in social media, but people don't really know how to get in it, how to even start.
So for me, I didn't have like the internship experience. And again, social media is like very new to a lot of companies. I feel like there's just now like different roles coming open because people are seeing how important it is and that it's a huge marketing tool. For me, like I came from the editorial side, you know, a lot of like the fashion things, but like for me, the part that I loved the most when I was like, you know, writing articles and things like that was the social media aspect, to see it perform and bring people back to an article or things of that nature.
Right. And you really get this like instant ROI. You see people liking
exactly.
in real time.
So even me going to like refinery, it was just that like I wanted to learn and soak up as much as possible and see like how people did it in their field, but still the thing that kind of for me that was lacking was that high, like that fashion. It kind of went a little bit more entertainment, which kind of led me to being at Barney's because it was strictly designer fashion, but with social media aspect on it too. And it's so interesting now because of it's such a new landscape. I get reached out to all the time. You're like, oh, we have this role open, we have this role open. And for me, it now has to check a lot of boxes for me. Like not only do like I really love the aspect of social media and marketing, but I love it being in high-end designer fashion. A lot of it was built from the ground up because I was the first one to come on in that role. It's kind of nice to actually kind of put your footprint on something, you know, versus
you
like
got to start up this social media world at Barney.
Yeah, which is, it's been incredible. It's been like a whirlwind, definitely. I have to say it's such fast pace, but it's been awesome. I have to say that.
What changes do you hope to see for professionals of color in the future?
One thing I do hope is that just like this platform is doing, that we're making the connections, we're making the strive to help other people build up. Because like the thing is, we're going to do nothing but repeat the cycle. If, you know, it's going to be some, you know, kid out there, intern, whatever the case may be, who has the skill set, who's willing to work, who wants to dig in, and they'll never get the opportunity to because they didn't have the friend and higher up. They didn't know someone to get there. And so with platforms like this, it's probably nice to hear like, you know, that advice and things like that. So just what I want to see change is like platforms like this become more relevant. People to have a voice and to speak up. If you have, you know, that platform, if you're in a great position, like what are you doing with that position? How are you helping other people who were like you know, achieve and strive as well, just like you?
So last question, what piece of advice would you give to young professionals of color looking to break into this fashion world?
I really would say just don't give up. Like all of the no's in the world,
there's gonna be a lot.
It's going to be a ton and it's going to hurt like
every time,
literally, you know, but you have to just get back up, start again, reach out, try to find some new way. If something isn't working, what new avenue can you look at it? Take a nap, go to sleep, wake back up.
That's important.
I'm serious. Like you have to like keep yourself healthy, things like that. Surround yourself with those positive people, not the naysayers. If it's something that you really want to pursue, you can do it. You literally just have to keep on going. I'm sure for both me and Janae, we can probably, if we were able to count how many no's we received.
I did count at one point.
It's probably insane. And I probably should go back and say like, but all it takes is one yes to get that snowball effect, you know, going. Like one yes to this internship that I got at Vogue. Okay, someone gave me the opportunity. Someone gave me the opportunity to come in and do this like freelance project for Essence, and then like now it turns out like, can you write these articles now? And okay, you got this opportunity allotted where you can go into refinery, and now you can break into like this industry that you've been really wanting to work for at Barney's. It's literally one thing after the next, but you, even now to this day, I still get told no. Like that's, I think people think like once you get into like, you know, a position and things like that, everything it changes, and it's a little bit, I will say it's easier, but we still get told no, and we have to still keep going and fighting for like really what you believe in.
You feel like, I feel like I'm still interviewing every single day. It never really stops. You can't really ever get comfortable.
And if you want to continue to grow, just like everyone else is, like I'm very cognizant of even like my peers around me and like how they're moving and the promotions that they're being like, you have to pay attention to those things and never get comfortable. Again, like Janae said, like if you get comfortable, get lax, like you literally will stay there. And like if you want to continue to be like that inspiration and help other people, for me, I'm just saying like don't give up. It's easy to do, but with each no, you're closer to a yes, and in the end, it'll definitely pay off.
Thank you so much, Candace. This was so nice to have you as our cusp career crush.
It was a pleasure.
I feel like everything that you said is so relevant, and I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you guys actually like use this information and you stay encouraged. Like this, it took us a while to get where we are. So it's worth it in the end.